dangerous game playing out on Cape Town's darkened streets. Illegal street racing, an adrenaline-fueled thrill for speed.
I race because, you know, when you want to get things off your mind, you just take a drive. You just flat foot your car and you feel, you just let go.
A covert police unit on the front lines, taking on the racers in a high-speed game of cat and mouse.
Whenever we have operations and we do get the street races, I do what must be done.
Cape Town's illegal racing network comes to life on weekend nights, attracting hundreds of spectators. Cars are driven at speeds of up to 200 kilometers an hour in drag races and stunts, sometimes with deadly consequences. But an elite Cape Town Metro Police unit known as the 𝗀𝗁𝗃 is using high-performance cars and highly trained drivers to tackle a recent surge in street racing. We're at the city's Killarney track, where legal races are being hosted. Past experience suggests some of these drivers will later join other thrill seekers on the streets. We've just been briefed by the 𝗀𝗁𝗃. These are the guys trying to clamp down on illegal street racing, and tonight we're going to join them on patrol. The 𝗀𝗁𝗃 doesn't only target illegal races. Since its formation in 2009, it's caught close to 8,000 traffic offenders each month. Patrolling at night, its officers focus on reckless drivers and red light runners.
Sure, that's a pretty long term.
Adrian Long is their principal inspector.
So how exactly does the 𝗀𝗁𝗃 work? It's a unit within traffic services that was formed to do undercover work. The officers are in full uniform. The vehicles are unmarked, which basically means that potentially any vehicle could be a ghost vehicle with an officer in it.
On this Friday night, the 𝗀𝗁𝗃's conducting an intelligence-driven patrol, trying to close the net on illegal street races. Social media chatter is being monitored, while overhead, a drone is on the lookout for signs of action.
How many high-speed chases?
Too many, I can't count.
Too many, yeah?
Too many, too many.
Really?
I'm paired with Senior Inspector 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗀𝗆, one of the 𝗀𝗁𝗃's best officers and an original member. He's known for exceptional driving skills.
I was on normal enforcement prior to 2009. I was on a highway unit, and I was nominated to start with the 𝗀𝗁𝗃. And then we started having more teams because of the success rate that we had.
The car we're in is fitted with technology able to detect license plates linked to outstanding warrants.
To do this job, it's a calling. You want to make a difference out here on the road, because it's not for everybody, this job.
It's an unusually quiet Friday night, almost too quiet. Then, the radio crackles to life. A bakkie speeds down the freeway, unaware he's been spotted.
When this car pulls, you feel it.
The chase is on.
Officer 𝗀𝗁𝗃 is approaching him now.
Eventually, the driver finally pulls over. He's clearly been drinking.
He's 2 times over the limit, and he was going over 200 kilometers per hour. That means Officer 𝗀𝗁𝗃 now has to take him to the police station and check him in.
So there's a car that must have been there at Killarney now.
It's 2 a.m. and it seems the racers have caught on to the 𝗀𝗧𝗏's presence. After hours spent checking the usual hotspots, the shift ends. Racers intercept radio frequencies and use informants to stay ahead of the law. And they're becoming bolder, as this video taken in broad daylight shows.
We're told awards were even issued to people for being able to successfully flee the Ghost Squad.
The city's mayoral committee member for safety and security, 𝗀𝗵𝗶, is determined to tackle the problem. He's introduced a raft of laws to tighten the net.
In the last 100 days, we had 300 complaints of drag racing. The city bylaw deals with removing your number plates, because that's the first defensive measure that an illegal drag racer will engage in. And therefore, we've created as substantial a penalty as we can. So we impound for no number plates for repeat offenders with no driver's license and the spectators. So spectating an illegal racing event is an offence.
So, to understand what the 𝗀𝗧𝗏 is up against, we've had to make contact with the illegal street racers. And now, we've been invited to an undisclosed location where they're going to tell us exactly why they take the risks they do. So how do you organize an illegal street race?
So basically, you make a name for yourself. If you are fast, people will recognize you. They will message you. Don't know where they get your number. They'll be like, hey, I have a call out for you. 5,000 rand on the table.
On the streets?
On the streets,
And
but
then?
on a very empty road. And then you go. You cannot deny it. Because at the end of the day, you know you're fast. That person knows it's fast. It's all about bragging.
Street races have a really bad reputation. There are people who've been killed by illegal street races.
So you think...
It's a deadly sport.
Literally everything is a deadly sport if you think about it. If you know you are watching street racing, why are you also putting yourself in danger by standing in the middle of the road?
At high speeds, a single swerve can be fatal. We meet an enthusiast badly injured at an illegal race in July. Fearing arrest, she's asked us to hide her identity.
Friends decided we're going to go and watch the drags in Atlantis. The guy who started performing in the road started doing donuts. Where they start the races, I was also standing on the side. He lost control of the car and the back of his vehicle knocked me. I just remember the world is spinning around me.
Her injuries were severe.
Because of the accident, I have a fractured pelvic bone. It also shifted up 2 cuts as well, which I needed plastic surgery for. I won't ever attend legal racing anymore.
We're going to be operating on range 2 into Ops 3.
On the Sunday afternoon, we meet up with Officer Boswell and the 𝗀𝗧𝗏, who have intel on an illegal event in Atlantis. 40 kilometers from Cape Town, it's a known hotspot where things sometimes turn violent.
Nobody operates alone, everybody operates in pairs or more.
It's a multidisciplinary operation.
Guys come from all over Cape Town normally to go to that location. They call that Mexico.
Do they call it Mexico because they're speaking in code?
The racing fraternity, they mention Mexico, you must know it's going to be Atlantis. It's an industrial area on Sundays. There's still companies operating in that area, shift workers, so it makes it also very dangerous when they do perform these races. Most of the times we are outnumbered, most of the times.
Unsure of what to expect, the team calls in a surveillance plane equipped with advanced detection systems.
As soon as they become aware that we're in the area, they will start leaving by themselves.
Okay, we're moving. Multiple of the trucks, please. Oh, wait, stop it.
It looks like the racers are making a run for it. Boswell moves in. By the time we arrive, they've already fled, leaving behind signs of spinning and drag racing.
Oh, that city golf was just spinning. They were just here. Obviously got tipped off. The only spinning vehicle that's left is this old Nissan 1400 bucky. And it looks like these guys were having such a good time that their back wheels gave out and they weren't able to make a getaway.
Julle vat 'n kar hier wat julle nie gesien het die kar spin nie, julle lei dit. En nou, hulle vat nou almal die goedes hier van ons. Nou gaan die mense oor laat pypies blaas hier so. Gaan ons nog tronk toe.
As the bucky is towed away, tensions rise on and off camera.
Sit vir ons barriers hier op man. Sien jy, as jy nou hoor wat die goed aan die sit was, lekker dinge. Ook aan hy se ambulance wat ding, safety first. En dan is so plain and simple man. Wat hy gee wat hy kry, sit dit hier in by ons man.
To steer racers away from the streets, the city of Cape Town is providing dedicated tracks like Kalani. They offer a safe and legal outlet for racing enthusiasts.
I agree with them. You do want to give them an outlet. So we started doing these street-to-strip and robot racing events to give people a legal space to go and conduct it, so that when they say, look, I don't have another avenue, I can say on Friday nights, there is robot racing or street-to-strip that you can go to.
But not everyone is embracing this initiative.
A lot of people say that track is different than streets, which is entirely true. Because
Really?
track road and street road, it's a different feel. You know what I mean? With the track, the racers have to pay a fee. Why do we have to pay to enjoy ourselves?
They race for money, bragging rights, and the thrill. Despite the Go Squad's efforts, street racing continues. Because for some, no risk is too great to satisfy the need for speed.